Well, hey guys, how you doing? Today was a very interesting day. It was a very long day, and it was a very boring day. All roll into one nice and tidy package. I just got back from my second of 3 weeks in training in Oklahoma City, and it was great. I got held up at the airport the first day, so I missed the first day of class. Because security made my day complicated. But, you know, it wasn't that bad, and we were able to make everything up, so. Well, since that was the second week out of 3, that means that I start getting cases now. 1 a week, and then after the second round of training, I get 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, and then, what is it going to be? I think 7 months after I've begun, which is like 4 or 5 weeks after the third one, I go up to the full 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. So I got my first case today, and before we can choose our cases, we have to give the computer all the cases all the police reports, and then it sifts through them and figures out, oh, I want this one and this one and this one, go do them. It's very much like HAL, actually, from 2001: Space Odyssey. But today, our researcher's assistant, Cherie, is out of the office. She's actually on vacation. She's going on a cruise to the Mediterranean, and I'm insanely jealous. But since she wasn't there, we had to do it all ourselves. And Cherie's incredible, and I have no idea how she does her job. And thank goodness she does, because it makes our jobs possible. But, you know, we have to do her job for this week and next week, and man, it is tough. And it was made worse by the fact that we had a stack of police reports this thick. No kidding, all of them were about this thick. And it just took forever, and we had to start over a few times, because we'd get one wrong and it'd throw everything else after it off, and it was just a mess. And yeah, just real frustrating. And so when we finally sorted through this whole mess, which took all day, we didn't get our cases until 3:30 or 4. And we normally get them in the morning, and so once we get them, we have to go through and put them into the computer and go look up the cars and everything, and just a really, really long day. But of course, when you have any amount of police reports, you're going to find some interesting ones. And when we had as many as we did today, we ran across a whole bunch of interesting ones. I don't remember all of them, but we ran across one that was a Blagojevich, got in an accident. And I don't know, they might have been related to the Blagojevich, Blago. We had a real cool one where a big semi-truck, or actually it might not have been a semi, it was a medium-heavy truck, it was a big truck, might have been like a U-Haul or something, was cruising down the road and hit a power line, or a telephone line. And so that came down, and then something like a Ford F-150, or, you know, a small pickup truck, ran over it. And it would have been fine, except the car ran over it, and it happened to bump the cable in such a way that it hit a pedestrian. So it was like big truck, little truck, car, or person walking on the side of the road. It was just kind of a funny string of events. One of the things I got to do today was the computer decides which cases to take by, oh my goodness, don't ever turn that sharply, which cases to take depending on how severe the accident is. And the severity is in the upper ranges. It's partially determined by how long the person was in the hospital. Yeah, don't you even try it. guy's trying to get off in the same exit as me and decide to pop out and shoot in front of me. And it's like, no, you're not going to do that because I have to get off on this exit as well. Right, hospitals. So we have to call the hospital and just get the admit and the discharge dates, just to see how long they were in the hospital, make sure that it wasn't just for observation, you know, whatever. And yeah, here we go. I'm getting off the tollway. I'm gonna go pick up a package. So we have to call the hospitals and get this information. And while it's perfectly benign information, and while we do have permission from the federal government to go get this information, quite a lot of hospitals don't want to give it out because they're afraid that they're going to anger their patients, which, I mean, that's perfectly reasonable. And we have a list of all the hospitals in the Chicago area, and most of them have given us the okay, and they're willing to give us this information, and some of them haven't, and that's okay. But all but one of them, we can just call them up and say, hey, here's the name, and they'll give us information. Well, that's when Cherie does it. When I do it, I had a huge stack of hospitals that I got to call to figure out how we're going to categorize this case, and call them up and say, hi, I need this information. They go, oh, let me transfer you. They transfer me, hi, I need this information. Oh, talk to this person. And I'd bounce around for a little bit, and then finally I'd get dumped in a mailbox. And I'm not going to leave a voicemail. I mean, I need this information today, not whenever they happen to call me back. And, you know, if they decide to call me back. Basically, if I got that, I'd just wait 5 minutes and call them back later, you know, just whatever. And so the first time around, I called every single hospital, and I didn't get a single bit of information. Not one person would talk to me. And one hospital actually told me, even though we know that they'll give it to us over the phone, they told me, no, we're not going to give that to you over the phone. You got to fax in something. So that, you know, I fax it to them. But all the other ones, I'm like, well, I can't get any information out of them. And I tell you, it is all about how authoritative you sound. If you sound really, really confident, and you know, if you show yourself off as being a confident person, you can do whatever the heck you want. Be it, you know, getting medical information, or, I mean, whatever. As I did this, I had to slowly move along this continuum from, you know, where I perceive myself as being polite over to where I perceive myself as being confident. I mean, the two can coexist, and they do, but I generally see politeness as being, oh, may I get this? And what it really took was, hi, I'm me, I work for the federal government, I need this information, you know, here's when the accident occurred, go get it for me. And as soon as I realized that I had to include all those things, who, you know, me, who I work for, and then you can't just say, I need this information for a patient. They'll go, no. Yeah, if you include as much information as you have, they tend to be a bit more willing to give you what you want. And it was really cool, because once I put all these pieces together and figured it out, I was cranking through these things. I'd call, you know, went back to the stack, call them, and this is after I'd called everybody 2 or 3 times. Came back a half hour later, said, look, I need this, not can I have, I need this, I need that, da-da-da. And they'd give it to me and be real polite and say thank you and everything, but it was just kind of like, oh, I can do this, you know? It was kind of cool. Okay, well, I'm here to pick up the package, so, I want to do one of these videos every day this week, just to kind of document my first case, just because it's kind of cool for me, and hopefully it'll give you a better idea of what my job entails, because it's my case. But I got to get out of the car and go do stuff now. So I'll probably include what I did today tomorrow, because it's real short and easy. Alright guys, look forward to talking to you later.